Hello viewers, this is Rajiv Bhomik and you are watching my channel Make Things Easy. In this video, I am going to tell you about global warming. So watch this video till the end, and if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe it and do not forget to press the bell icon. So let's start. To understand global warming, first we have to understand what is greenhouse effect. Suppose this is the sun and this is the earth. Now sun's radiation enter the earth and it strike the earth. Most of the radiations are reflected back and some of them are absorbed by the blanket of air surrounding the earth known as the atmosphere. Some gases like carbon dioxide, water vapor, they trap some of the radiations of the sun. This leads to the heating of the earth, and this effect is known as greenhouse effect. The various gases which contribute to greenhouse effect are carbon dioxide, water vapor, oxide of nitrogen, methane, ozone, chlorofluorocarbons, etc. These days, the greenhouse effect is used in a special type of farming known as greenhouse farming. It is mainly used in colder region of the world where sunlight is less. With the help of some gases, sunlight is trapped inside the glass house and it helps in attaining the temperature which is required for the growth of some special type plants. Now let us see what are the advantages of greenhouse effect. Without greenhouse gases, all heat coming from the sun would have escaped from the earth and it would have become cold and barren. No life would have been possible without greenhouse effect. So greenhouse effect is very much important for existence of life in this earth, and of course greenhouse farming also possible. Let us see various gases and their percentage contribution for greenhouse effect. Carbon dioxide 50%, CH4 that is methane 19%, CFC that is chlorofluorocarbon 17%, O3 that is ozone 8%, N2O that is nitrogen oxide 4%, and H2O water vapor 2%. Had they been contributing the same percentage shown here, the greenhouse effect would have been very advantageous for us. But nowadays we have increased the use of these three major contributors in our day-to-day life. Carbon dioxide produced from burning of coal for electricity generation and burning of fuel for vehicles, then industrial emission and removal of forest. Then CH4 that is methane comes from biogas, rice growing, animal waste, swamps and landfills. Then CFC that is chlorofluorocarbon comes from refrigerant used in air conditioners, refrigerators and aerosols. Now this has led to an adverse effect on earth due to the increased presence of these gases. Now the world is globally warmed up and known as global warming. The increase of earth's average surface temperature due to the effect of greenhouse gases is called global warming. Here you can see the relation of carbon dioxide and global warming in 1000 years. Let us see who are the top 10 emitters in the world. So let us see a graph. So here we can see China is the number 1, then United States, European Union, India, Russian Federation, Indonesia, and so on. And this data is of 2011. Now I'll tell you the adverse effect of global warming. Global warming causes the polar ice sheets melt. It increases the sea level. It will possibly rise 18 centimeter by 2030, that is 2030, and 58 centimeter by 2090, that is 2090. Flooding will probably occur in lowlands. Many cities along the coast may be under seawater, that is coastal flooding. The loss of polar ice will have a profound effect on nature, in particular animal habitats. Sea level rise around the world is going to leave many people homeless, and hurricanes will become more frequent, intense, and will happen in places that currently do not suffer them. Temperature will increase, species will be affected, changes will be in water supply, seasonal pattern will change. This will affect trees and plants of forests, which are natural habitat of wildlife. Few more example you can see. Portage Glacier at Alaska, before and after. Then Colorado River at Arizona. Here you can see before and after. How we can stop global warming? We need to minimize the use of automobile. Instead of it, we should try walking, cycling, or fuel efficient and less pollutant car. Electricity to be generated in a cleaner and more environment friendly way, like solar energy, tidal power, wind power. Private companies and government authorities collectively to try in reducing industrial pollution. More and more tree plantation is needed because during photosynthesis carbon dioxide is taken by plants. Switch off things when not in use. Energy efficient lights like CFL LED to be used. Through innovation, CFC, that is chlorofluorocarbon, and CH4, that is methane, to be reduced. With all these efforts, collectively we can stop global warming. So viewers, I hope you have liked this video. If you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe it and share this video, like this video, and if you want to comment something, please leave your comment in the comment section. And thank you once again for watching this video.